And good evening, and welcome to my channel tonight. I'm Vex and Primus, and well, as I always said, welcome to tonight's streaming. Well, tonight's channel. Tonight we'll be streaming Mega Man 03 as we continue our Mega Man 0 HD collection playthrough. I need more space around here. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's evening. Tonight we've got a good evening, Monster Hunter, and good evening, Master X. Nice to see you. Tonight's gameplay, we are going. Just realised something. Do this all the time. I keep forgetting about this, guys. I actually get up here early in the evenings to actually get all this information updated. Let me get this done. Oh, we'll get this done in a minute. And I should now updated what the next stream should be about. Yes, it is. So I do apologise, guys. Once again, one time Vex and Primus, welcome to my channel. I keep forgetting that I need to update the stream information as I'm doing this through OBS Studio. And the funny thing is, I even actually come up here a little bit earlier to actually try and get things done. The who's banging. So, well, just as you can see, I've been doing a bit of cleaning up with the channel. We've now got up on the top. Oh, get it right a minute, up there. You're not actually seeing what we're going to be playing tonight, what's streaming tonight. Also, which again makes it a little bit more interesting for us. So just recap really on what have happened so far. In the Mega Man 0 collection, Mega Man 01, the Resistance went looking for a hero, for a legendary hero. They've been beaten by the forces of New Arcadia and have struggled to actually find any form of victory. All members of the Resistance are Reploids and some humans, which have been branded as Mavericks and have been scheduled for termination by Mega Man X. X, of course, being the legendary Reploid. Because of this, the Resistance have been trying to fight against New Arcadia and are not doing very well. They've discovered an ancient laboratory, and that's very important for you guys to remember, is this laboratory where they found the legendary hero Zero. Remember that's a very important piece of information for you guys. They revived Zero, well, CL revived Zero because she's trying to solve the world's energy crisis, which is one of the big reasons why the Reploids are being destroyed, because there's not enough energy to support the world. She revives Zero, who then joins the Resistance and fights for them. Along the way, he rescues their colleagues, recovers a factory, stops it from being blown up, and even prevents New Arcadia from invading the Resistance base where they were currently. From there, Zero went off to fight into New Arcadia to take on X, and its battle with X actually turned out that he wasn't really fighting the original X, his best friend and war buddy. He was actually fighting a copy of X, which is acting as a bit of a juvenile, well, a person in power who just wants to flaunt the power there. I'm X, I'm the king, and just abusing his power. Kind of like somebody actually, well, Luckily not in this country, but in another country around the world recently. Not mentioning anything, don't want to get in trouble for that. So, after the end of Mega, so Zero fights X, beats the Guardians, beats the Reploids employed by X, and then leaves the Resistance. The Resistance move to a new base. Zero continues on the fight against New Arcadia, which then leads to the next battle. Well, after Zero collapses, after fighting, all his equipment is damaged. He's then taken the Resistance base. We then meets the new Resistance commander, Alpizo, and again rejoins the Resistance to continue on the fight. The fight, of course, continues with Zero actually leading the charge. Well, not leading the charge, but put it in side missions, while Alpizo is actually launching his own private mission. They make an assault on Neo Arcadia, not Zero, but Alpizo and the Resistance army. He've managed to get in place, and they get their asses handed to them. And once again, they just not enough power there. And of course, as they have the asses handed to them, most of them were. Look, Altimedia! We got an explosion! Yes, they were terminated. Zero, of course, had to go in and deal with the situation. Oops, I apologise. Zero had to go in and deal with the situation. And of course, rescue Alpizo and whatever survivors he could rescue. Thank you, Monster Hunter. I've been having a bit of play about today with that. Alpizo, of course, can't handle the fact that he lost. His plans were in tatters and ruins, so literally he then goes in search of Mother Elf. They've already found 2 of the baby Cyber Elves that belong to Mother Elf, and goes off in search of her, which then leads Zero to start to find information about the Elf Wars. Alpizo is using information from the about the Elf Wars, and believes Mother Elf is what's going to actually save the day. So much to the point he actually then starts fighting against the Resistance, as well as Neo Arcadia. And this is all down to the fact he'd seen footage of the Mother Elf from back during the Elf Wars, and believes that's what it is. Alpizo got his name from the project bearing the same name as him, Alpizo, which is the project used to create the Mother Elf. Zero tracks him down and discovers that the final seal for the Mother Elf is located back in Neo Arcadia. At the heart of Neo Arcadia, there is a shrine that as X's original body, working as the final seal for the Mother Elf. Alpizo destroys X's body and releases the Mother Elf. It takes on Zero and is beaten. Mother Elf then uses her abilities to strengthen Alpizo, give him super enhanced strength and abilities, and then he tries to fight Zero once again, only to be beaten as previously before. With Alpizo defeated, he realises his mistake and tries to make amends with her, and the Mother Elf, even though she is considered as an evil or corrupt cyber program, takes Alpizo, turns him into a cyber elf, and to take it with him. Mother Elf also revealed to Zero that she knows him, and Zero again can feel he knows her as well. At the end of Zero 2, the final scenes, we actually hear, we read a voice note of a mystery person actually contacting Omega and telling us it's time to come back. And now this is where the information that we need to know for our current story comes into it. Tonight it's going to be Mega Man 03. We're going to actually bring this one is actually going to be bringing the end to the Elf Wars. This is where the actual Elf Wars finally reach their peak in terms of the story. So sit back, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed tonight's showing. As I've also said at the earlier part in this introductory part, remember the laboratory of the Zero was found in the very beginning, because that is something you guys are going to need to remember. I'm not telling you why, but just remember it, and kind of remember where he was. If you've seen my adverts for tonight's channel, you'll have actually seen the image I've used from that show. Is a grayscale version of Zero while he was lying, while they found him in his containment chamber. Well, as I've been saying, I've been having a bit of a play about with the channel, so I've been adding some new additional things to it. So here's one of them. So in the words of Rick and Morty, let's get a rock and roll them. So what have you guys been up to today? Anything interesting? Like myself, I've had a bit of a play about with the channel. I've been installing some media. Oh, one thing I did forget. I better actually load in my health bar ready for tonight's game. Ah, wrong one. What? I don't remember the way these buttons were. Where these buttons go. There you go. My health is fully charged, ready for tonight. So let's get ready to rock and roll. As I said, what I've been up to today is I've had a bit of a play about with getting things sorted out on the channel. I've bought a new mic. I've installed some new lighting, as you can see, reflecting my glasses. Also, so I can try and brighten the lighting in here, which hopefully I'm hoping they've all paid off. I have actually got planned evening. See, nice to see you. I have got coming through a green screen, which I gotta rejuggle where I'm situated, ready for next time. So so I can actually then use a little bit more green screen in terms of what's going on. But that won't be here until next week. But I've been adding new things to the channel to see if I can get it improved, add to it, make it more interactive, more fun for us. So without further ado, let's begin. I love how these opening stories always give us not enough information really of what's going on in the background of the main game. Just enough, but not too much of it. Thank you, X. 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 They're pretty much giving you a recap of what I've already gone through with it. As I said, this will now bring the final end to the Elf Wars and the Dark Elf saga, which spilled over from Mega Man X to Mega Man Zero. And in the game's chronological timeline is about 1,000 odd years in between. And of course, there's links here to what happened in Mega Man X, which the cast and the characters have to deal with from the crossovers. What have I done with that? Oh, it's in my pocket. my father have actually had a couple of his course certificates delivered to, back to him tonight for the courses he's attending. So congrats to him. Well, we have actually got one of the cats. I've actually got one of the cats sleeping on the bed here, Tiny. She may decide she may want to make an appearance by jumping up onto my lap probably at one point, and you'd probably see as her tail wag back and forth the screen. If another camera you'd be able to see her, but she's snuggled up on the bed by the side of me. How cold, bless her. Oh my! Got a funny feeling these. I gotta redo the settings. As we reach towards the end of tonight's game, we will be actually seeing the final showdown between Zero and Omega, the ultimate fight battle. Guys, probably you may have actually seen a clip of that final battle on my channel. Well, so by this time around, you actually can actually watch. I'm doing a recording of the entire playthrough that'll be on my YouTube channel. So my links are in my profile on Twitch, or if you have a search on YouTube for Vex and Primus, or Vex_Primus, you'll actually find me on there as well. Today we play handheld games and even console games. We used to big screens. Even in the Switch, you got a nice decent sized screen. But imagine back in the day that the size of the screen on the Game Boy Advance. Screen size. Back in the day, the screen size was 2.9 inches. That was a 1.6 inch by a 2.41 inch size screen for the Game Boy Advance, and you're playing this game back on that size screen. When you compare it to what size screens we use today, that was quite small. And some of the cool things you can actually do with this is actually turn off. So actually change a lot of the settings so you can actually see what it used to be. This is what it used to look like when you used to actually play this game back in the day. There we go. I much prefer this on a much bigger scale. Looks a lot neater. Looks a lot more easier to view. gotta stop running into everything. And the poor Guardians are having a bit of a teetering. Yeah, evening ball 857. Nice to see you. As I've said before, again, don't be afraid to say hi in the channel. As I will be doing over the next few weeks or so, is I'll be adding to the channel, trying to add a bit more media, trying to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more uses of pop-up media, animations, just to really make the channel a little bit more fun. Because as in the old Rick saying, I love that one. Let's get Wrexham. So let's wreck Omega. Ah, dang it. I keep jumping in the wrong places. Got it. And of course he has blown up. Well, supposed to, but he's still alive. Omega is as you can see, he's a giant Reploid. He's a relic from the past. One of the major instigators in the Elf Wars. Check it. Sorry guys, one second. Just had some mention. Just need to check. Well, I don't know. See, I don't know if you actually got a VIP. I don't know if you have a VIP badge on your actual name because I unlocked the community option this week by reaching 55 followers. I've actually unlocked the community badge. So I've actually given the VIP statuses to those which have been with me since the very beginning. Just back and sleep it. Well, I thought we killed X. What's he doing back? Floating guy in the top corner is Dr. Vile. He is the true enemy in this game. It's quite funny, really, that in the original Mega Man game series, the villain of the series was Dr. Wily, which was the creator of Zero, and now we've got the true orchestrator of what's been truly going on. It's a guy named Dr. Vile. Which, if I move my camera out the way slightly, wrong one. Get the one waiting that. I wanted. Pop himself down there for the moment. He's the guy floating up in the top corner over there. Mr. Cone on his head. Take myself back with it. That's a big guy. A very, very big guy with a pretty much an immortal body. Oh, little tiny kitty. A little tiny kitty here, sleeping. Do you guys ever have that, or so was it where animals just make you like end up seeing weird, stupid and weird things? Cats are great at doing that. So yeah, I don't know what the rest of you guys have been up to today. I've had a bit of a playing about with the channel. I've had a bit of a play, like I said, a bit of a play about with the channel this afternoon. Installed a new mic and a mic stand for it as well. It was I had to just smart a part of it just to actually get the kind of mic holder in place for it. Install a new light. So being doing a bit of that. When it did go out a bit earlier, so it's nice to actually see the weather's warmed up a little bit compared to the beginning part of the week. Still not the best out there, still overcast and a bit poorly, but at least it's a little bit warmer compared to what it was like yesterday. Because again, yesterday I had a bit of a pajama day where I stayed in my PJs all day. It was cold enough as this. We still had snow hanging about from the day before. So I just made sure I made sure I was nice and cozy and comfy. V will be joining us soon. She's gonna be logging into the channel soon in the next 5-10 minutes. So just quickly send her a message back. As you can see, I've already got a save date in here because I did actually play through this just as I was starting out one night. I had a few people join into the channel just to see what was going on. They'd never played any of the Mega Man X games before, so they popped in to see what was happening, what was it about, and actually they seemed to quite enjoy it. Let me just fix that there. Make sure the mic sits into the mic holder a lot better. Yeah, but after installing the microphone today and the new lights, I did have a bit of a play about and did some recordings to test out both my normal microphone, which you guys have been quite used to seeing me with my headphones on, my Turtle Beach, and test out the new microphone today. So I just wanted to actually see what the quality was, what it sounded like. I think out of the two, I much prefer the mic because it don't sound like I'm shouting at you guys as much because I'm not so close to it. So yeah. Just been asked a question. So is it like so I don't know what you get if any of you guys have been up to anything or done anything major over the Easter holidays. That's if you are on Easter holidays. Myself, I don't know. I just don't know what to do with myself at the moment because I'm so used to doing something in the day. I've been so used to doing remote teaching in the day that I just don't know what to do at the moment. Okay, so we've got our boomerang again, but we've got, instead of the rod that we had in the Mega Man 02, where we had that lovely extension rod, we've now got, well, that's been rewritten as a recoil rod. And we got the shield boomerang back again. That's a nice thing with this recoil rod. You know, it's close quarter. It's like using a pair of nunchucks. Not nunchucks, sorry. What do they call what's it? Raphael uses them. Katans, is it? Again, while you guys are watching this, while you guys are watching these games, the character on screen by you, she's been in almost, I think in all three of them so far. Again, keep an eye with this particular Reploid, because she actually, you will see her again in a further game along down the line. Just a seat. Okay, where should we go? Who should we take on first? Well, we've got Blazing. What's that, Blazing? Vilzard, so he's going to be a fire lizard in the Aegis volcano base, and that is the NA army. That's an army recon. We can then go to the Oceanic Highway ruins. We're going to take on Childra, Hain, and Rebita, and that mission that's tracked down the Dark Elf signal. We got the WR factory. We're going to take on the Devil Bat Schilt, and we're going to destroy the factory there. Or we can go to the old residence and take on Death Ant's Mantisk and try and find the Dark Elf. Just for a change, I think I'm going to go to the Ocean Highway first. Why not? It's a ruined stop, an interconnected Oceanic Highway. So it'll be the equivalent of us actually building a bridge between you and America. That would then be an international Oceanic Highway. Just like we got the Eurotunnel, also and two 7 bridges here in Wales. We could technically put one between us and America. It will take a long time to get there. And it is a bridge that will be huge to get from one place to another. But you know, son, I think it might be worth it. Anything so we can connect ourselves to get together with the world, because the world is going to be pretty much a bit of a small place. Quite. It's strange enough, quite a few people I actually meet almost every month, every year. Know somebody that I know one of my family members, and the world does feel like it's getting smaller and smaller. Because again, when you live in a small town like myself, everyone seems to know everyone. You know somebody which knows somebody which you know, and it's same with the world as well. We all seem to know of someone who may have known you. So yeah, we live in a world where we connect a lot better. Technology allows us to connect really well together. So yeah, so you never know. No, never know in the future. It'd be a big project, mind you, to build a bridge between you and America, for example. But they could also build it the other way, where we connect to Norway. Rather than going by boat, we could drive there. Build a bridge between us and Ireland. That's something else that could happen. It's a race. I keep jumping into everything. I remember one of the missions on you. The power of the Dark Elf. Which is the power to... Created as a good program. Corrupted. Has the power to corrupt other Reploids. died! Didn't exactly do myself any favours then, did I? Let's see what else we can do with Zero. Yeah, we'll have all the chip foot traits. Let's see if we can actually smash away through this one. Come on, Zero, let's do it. Let's beat the guy. And of course, once again, I've now got full health. Yay! Not doing very well, am I? No! That's how I'm feeling at the moment. Once again, full health. I think I'll be using my sub-tanks, I think. Hey, we got him. Kaboom! We think we're losing the race now. Nope. We're still in it. Oh, the buildings are going to slow him down. He's above me. We finally in before him. So let's see if we can beat him. Unfortunately, I don't have full health, and I should have. Should have tackled him after. Oh. And he beat me again. Sliced into. Goodbye, Iceman. Can't believe it. Can't believe she's still sleeping. I mean, she is out cold. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that. Okay, now where should we go? I think I'm gonna go to the old residence. No, I'm not gonna investigate your residency at the moment. I'm gonna go and actually take on Mr. Fire Guy. Let's see if we can actually take on Mr. Fire Guy. Well, good evening if anyone new have actually come to the channel tonight. As you can see, but tonight we're playing Mega Man 03 of the Mega Man HD Z and ZX collection. Tonight is Mega Man 03, which is going to be bringing us to the end of the Elf Ball chapter. Also, as I've already played for Mega Man 01 and 2, which then I've read the story up to this point, we're actually now going to be going to finally bring an end to the Elf Ball saga. And originally this was supposed to be in the final game in the Mega Man Zero collection. But the general public loved the game so much that Capcom actually went ahead and created a fourth Mega Man Zero game, which did bring the series completely to an end. Haha! You learn new moves all the time on you. Now I would love my new D&D character to be able to make moves like that. I'll have to try it actually. See if I can actually get in the draft. Evening, V. How are you? Ah, yeah. There you go. I can see a change in your symbol. Well, so you've actually got a diamond shape. You've got a diamond badge, which represents you got a VIP status. shame the diamonds weren't so expensive. Oh yeah, I can do that, can't I? Some great advantages with this recoil rod. So you can actually knock things out the way. Same as you can knock enemies flying. Yeah, making us have a powerful move later on. Well, not quite full health. Ah, yeah, now we're back with full health. I'm not excited, not entirely sure what the green doors are supposed to do on here. Yeah. Supposed to represent you're in a bit of a cyberspace moment. I think the cat's snoring by the side of me. Wake up, sleepy. You slept all day. Cats are funny. Really, really funny. Yep, yes, they definitely are funny. Can't miss the flat filer's head. Oh. And I got a trophy. That's definitely a win. Well, they've blown up. Flame body. Nice. So what have you guys all been up to today then? Because X and Carl just said what they've been doing. Not much in that, yeah. That's kind of like how it is at the moment until things open back up again. Well, as I did see on the news earlier today, well, you got to laugh really, really with when you actually listen to the news about the vaccines, because it was only a couple of weeks ago about the AstraZeneca vaccine, the Oxford AstraZeneca, and it was only a few weeks ago that it was reported it was causing blood clots, and our government and British Medical Association were going, oh, it's all fine, nothing to worry about. And now they've backtracked. Like, what's wrong with what's to do with that? Well, so telling everybody that this vaccine is safe, and now you're backtracking because you've got there's been evidence there that you were shown originally that said there's a lot of blood clot, it's causing blood clots. I know we need the vaccine. We got more vaccines options there now. We got a choice of 3 of them. But but you've kind of told us, yeah, it's fine to have, but now you're actually backtracking. So you've been babysitting and painting. So what did the decorators forget to paint then? I think they've got heating on because I'm feeling quite warm here. Oh, it's not going off the light. Yeah, that would be annoying because you paid them to actually do the decorating, and they missing spots. No, I was like myself when it comes to paint and decorating. I'd like to get in, get it done, and get out, but at the same time ensure that you've you've covered everything and not just part of it. Cross it. Yeah, so I think the problem I've had with decorating is where I used to live and who I used to live with years and good back a few years ago. Decorating, the job would be starting with decorating. The room would be stripped out. It'd take forever for anything to get done in there, and by the time something was made, got started, they'd be wanting to move on to another room, and nothing ever seemed to get complete. But yeah, everything just seemed to get trashed, destroyed, moved about. Used to not annoy me when they used to chuck stuff into a bin bag, and you're not talking like cheap stuff. You're talking like some of your personal equipment like iPods and all that. And somebody while they're decorating, oh, I moved everything, but chucking it in a bin bag and then chucking it into a spare room, or moving everything into the spare room and then nothing goes back. I remember once I had a strip of they had a strip of wall, two alcoves. This one person took I've been working here for about 2 weeks. I stripped within a couple of hours both alcoves on my own, and but by the end of the day, we'd actually had it all wallpapered. Because again, you just want to get it done. You don't want to be spending all your time decorating, or not feeling like you're getting anything achieved. Ah! Crushed. Not nice. Not nice at all. Because my luck is on the other side. I thought that might have been a doorway in. Okay. I'm getting attacked everywhere. Nope. Also, have you guys been watching anything of interest lately? Well, because I've caught up on most, if not all, what I need to catch, what I've been wanting to catch up on at the moment. I've just been rewatching Scrubs again. It's good for a laugh, just to rewatch some old comedies. It's like watching the IT Crowd over and over again. Again, if you guys haven't watched the IT Crowd before, it is worth watching. The baby elves. Ah, look at the baby elves. They don't half like the cause of mischief. Kind of remind me of the twin whiz robes from Zelda, the one of fire and one of ice. Yeah, same here. I quite like playing the Legend of Zelda games. Also, probably one of the best games that the games available on Nintendo. Because again, like the original Mario games were alright, the 2D versions, 3D ones, I just don't know what it is. They just don't feel like feel like Nintendo are quite cracked. It's the same with most 3D Sonic games. It's as if games like the game characters I'm used to back from the 80s and 90s in their 2D world, when they went 3D, they just it just doesn't seem to work. It did with Zelda, but you were kind of like playing like a bit of, using 2D trickery, looked like you were playing in a bit of a 3D environment, just by the position of the camera angle, where you're looking as a top down, but not top down, but from a slight angle behind it, which worked quite well. So, but with Sonic and Mario, they're both side scrollers. It's like trying to play Mega Man Zero, or so, saying that. So they didn't do too bad with X Command, Mega Man X Command, which was their RPG version. They didn't do too bad with that. Plus adding a 3D, still platform with a 3D element spin to the Mega Man Battle Network games. What was it called? Mega Man Battle Mega Man Network Transmission, which was the only GameCube released Mega Man Battle Network tie-in game, the platform for Mega Man Battle Network. It worked quite well. Not many people found it enjoyable. I quite enjoyed it because they had the chip-based element with it, but they'd actually tried to make it into a Mega Man X type game, a platformer, rather than deviated from what people enjoyed about the Battle Network series. What was it? The 6x3 battle areas where you had a 3x3, so 9 tiles you could start with. Your viruses or your opponent had the same thing, and you could steal them, but use battle chips and try and actually. Besides your buster, I use battle chips just to win and defeat the viruses or the executable programs you're playing against. Turn it into a platform, yeah, it worked, but it could have been better. And to be honest, I think it could have been a lot better. Which one? Both of them. Which I had was again. I've been a gamer for years and years. Getting back to the days of the Spectrum, Commodore. Back to when you had to actually know some programming just to get games to work, and they would take cassette games. You want to play one of the games so that you be on cassette, and you're talking, take about half hour to load in because you had to wait for the cassette to play. Yeah. They would take ages and ages just for it to load in, and that's if the tape didn't actually crash out. Which that's what used to happen. Then you have to restart again. So unlike we generation today now, if they want to play a game, yeah, you may have to wait for a download perhaps or an update, which is nothing. Depending on the type of game, isn't really that long. But that was great. But that was one of the nice things about consoles. Consoles actually sped that up a lot quicker, especially when they work off floppy disks, cartridges and CD-ROMs, even DVD-ROMs and Blu-ray ROMs. But cassettes, you had to wait for the cassette to play because there's no way you could speed that data through. So if the cassette was 2 hours long and the data only was for 2 hours, you'd have to wait that length of time for the game to fully be read off it, and encoded, encoded, and compiled into the computer memory back then. But a lot of the great programmers and game developers of the day, that's how they learned. That's how their gaming environment developed. Just realised the camera angle isn't exactly fantastic. Just that. That's a little bit better. Just a microphone. I'm probably gonna get caught by by that camera quite often. I don't know who's we got here now with us. A little bit quieter tonight. It's been a little bit quieter tonight than normal. Oh, bees. Well, I actually found something quite interesting. First time I actually found it on Terraria today. Is a giant beehive underground, and because I went digging into it, well, I did manage to get some money out of it because I went digging into it. I got attacked by the queen bee, and didn't survive. I need to have a look at some wikis to see about improving on it, because the queen had like 3,000 odd health. First time I've actually encountered that. Giant eyeball I've encountered before. The giant skull I've also encountered as well before, but not a giant bee. Oh, that's the switch shirt. Too late now. Like that's if you watch me to play Terraria as a part of the random Sunday gaming. It is quite a addictive gaming. Addictive game really is addictive. This time to wreck it. Haha, beat ya. And he's blown to pieces. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. She's still out cold. If she stops and run as a bonus. And because she's a teeny tiny kitty. And again, as you guys have seen before with the Mega Man Zero games, like Capcom, creators of Mega Man Zero, and X and Zero, they follow the same strategy. We have an opening mission, we then have 4 missions, then we have an intermission mission, followed by another 4 missions, followed by then usually 2 or 3 ending missions leading up to you fighting the boss twice. A powered version and then a souped up, jumped up version to her. But again, remember. I hope you guys are remembering what I said, and those which have joined. Remember back to Mega Man 01, where we found Mega Man in the laboratory. Keep remembering that. That's very important. Well, Alex, I don't see you doing anything about the uprisings. You've already had your ass handed to you once. So stop whinging. Oh, you're weak, you know. Oh no, I think I don't need a cold now. When you're scratched, oh, little scratchy ears. Little scratchy ears. Just noticed my mic's on screen. open up Discord. Let's see what's going on in Discord with Discord while I'm still waiting for a lot of things to reload in. Let me pop it into. Yeah, so let me pop some. I'm gonna quickly check Discord, check some meshes into here. See if we can try and drag in some. See if we can get a few more chatters to join the next channel. There's a couple of Discords for there. It does feel really warm in here at the moment. Gotta say that for that. Well, have you guys got any plans for the weekend? Because at the moment, I don't know what I'm actually going to be up to. I think we'll be travelling back, and I'll be getting ready to go back to work, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm not. Well, I don't think most of us are looking forward to going back to it. To be honest, after being on remote for quite some time, but it's got to be done at the end of the day. Because I go back. Well, I'm back. Well, I got a new evening. I got a new evening session which starts with for me on Monday evening, which is going to be interesting to do. Also, we're going to be because I'm going to be doing cybersecurity. Evening, Dylan. How are you? Did you get in contact with Sanya? Also to help get yourself set with to help get yourself set with D&D. Nope, not yet. That's alright. Well, I know you'll be you'll be engaged tomorrow night because we start a new game with R. So I set up my character details today. Also my Warforged number 33. I just decided to stick with the same model description I put on there, but just call him 33. Have you ever played any of the Mega Man Zero games before? Swap back all that. Because the one I'm playing tonight, what's being played tonight is Mega Man 03, which is going to bring an end to the Elf War saga, which was a carry on, was covered during Mega Man X, the last Mega Man X game released. Unfortunately, it was never released over here. They never released over here, only in Japan. I think America might have had it, but it would be nice if we actually had it. With again, for anything else we should join us with tonight, when it comes to playing any of the Mega Man game, Mega Man X or even Zero, even ZX Advent, is all the bosses have got patterns to them. So if you've got an idea on the game mechanics, you should be okay. But they are really hard games to play. I remember trying to play this one back in the day without any sort of help. But well, with the HD collections, Capcom have realised people can't actually struggle to survive the games. So they didn't actually put any sort of help system in place properly until we got to Mega Man 04. Well, so it's great they've actually they recognise and implement that in with the HD collection, because they can be really tough games to beat. Oop, be careful I don't actually fall down. I don't fall down to the ground because the rockets disappearing. That was close. Yeah, I got full health. No, let's go on below. I've done nothing in the DM off you. I got a funny feeling. I know what it is. Just, excuse me a second, guys. No message requests. Ah, there. Really? check it out there on one of the groups I'm on. But let them know I'm actually live, and I'll tag on it or check your DMs. Yeah, graphic designer, just touting for business. That's just to design to try and drive up some business themselves to design some overlays and things like that. It's like really. Also, well, I see them, and I do feel like doing this sometimes because I'm having quite a few of them come through on my Instagram channel. I feel like this. Because yeah, I know they want to drive business for themselves, but it's driving business and it's driving business. Yeah, definitely reminds me of a Zelda boss. This one does. Of when the two elemental wizards, you got to fight them. I think go back to the I think I'm going back to the days of Game Boy, where Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Seasons and Ocarina of Ages. Again, it's worth playing them, especially if you're big Zelda fans. If you've never played them before, they are worth having a look at. Carl, they are good, are worth having a look into. Cat's awake now. She's cleaning herself. Sprawled out and cleaning herself like a nutter she is. Yeah, that's it. That's one of the great advantages you've got with those games is you can link them together and complete one, and then it'll give you password links to the other one that you can actually then play and gain like special upgrades and pass over your health and all that. So it takes it from two separate games to make it as one bigger game. The original plan was for there to be three of them, based on each of the three gods or goddesses of Hyrule, but they never got around to releasing the third one. It was it was an attempt really to mimic the success that Pokemon had by creating one story but putting it out twice on two different games by making things slightly different. They did it with Ages and Seasons by having two different maps, two different stories. One you control in the one you control the weather, and the other one you control time. So you control the seasons in one, and you control time in the other one. But then linking them together you had two end bosses with it, but linking them together give you one final overall end boss. But you needed that link password to link them together, and I think it was different every cartridge had a different link password, so you couldn't exactly try and cheat with it. Never, possibly, must have possibly worked. Because I don't think they were randomly generated passwords. Hapua is taking a beating. And now Omega's powered up. Not a good sign. I wonder if there's a way to do clips on your... Might be able to. No, leave me, you time. Typical cat. Only think of themselves.
Old cop. Play RPGs and waste money.
The best way to do it. RPGs for...
I wish the Twitch channel would stop automatically playing. Like it'll be great. It's great, but sometimes you don't really want that when you actually go onto the Twitch channel. So when you go on, because I just want to go on into my dashboard, I should load it up prior to streaming. I think it might be a good idea for me to actually create a checklist of things for me to check my way through before I actually do it. Because I get all the advertising done beforehand. It's just I keep forgetting to update the stream information before I start streaming. So then, as soon as I recognise it's in the wrong information, I gotta go in and sort it. Same as opening the dashboard beforehand, so I can get things, so I can actually access some of the stats as well. Right. My stream manager up, please. So everything's on a go slow at the moment. Right, that's what I want. So I can start getting some clips done out the way. So Dylan, what have you been up to today then? That's if you're still in the channel. You know what? Time to do some good tactics to save the base. Anubis is back. So what have we got? We've got the desert, Twilight Desert, facing Anubis Necromancer the 5th. Engage the Neo-Arcadian army. We've then got the Forest of Antray facing Hanu Machine R, and again engage in the Neo-Arcadian army. Or we can go to the front line ice base and attack Blizzak's Dragoth are. So these are actually revive. These two are revived models of what we've actually fought previously. All three of them are what we've fought. We've actually fought all three of them previously anyway. So let's decide. I'm gonna go Anubis, I think. Let's go and take out Anubis. Let's engage him and hopefully we'll beat Anubis. Yeah, newbie. I'm back, guys. I do apologise about that. Looks like actually we had a bit of a power cut here. We had lost the electricity to the house, but everything is back up and running now as it should be. So hopefully things should actually go back to being normal, so I can continue. I'll be able to continue with where I left off, or restart back up, and be able to go from there. That was a bit annoying, really. But at least everything is back. We're starting to get everything back up and running now. So let me let. Why is sound alerts telling me that? Annoying. Right, so we gotta see now if we can try and get back into the rhythm and swing of things. I'm gonna resend back messages, let everybody know that I'm back on. There we are, and looks like I'm back up again. That was really a bit annoying, but there, guys, I do apologise for that. Technical issue, technical hiccup, as they say. But at least everything was back up and running, and back to running smoothly. So let me get everything back into place as it should be. Let's see how far along we've come with this now. Yeah, that was a little bit annoying then. To lose power, but can't be helped. Well, so but you do feel like screaming a little bit. I know I do, but nothing can be done about it. Alright, let's see whereby we were. Okay, let's see what we. Right, yeah, that's what we were doing. We were starting to tackle the last current mission. We were going after Anubis. So let's begin where we start where we kind of like left off. So if we go back in the room then, if you could give me a shout or a thumbs up, or even an emoji, whatever emojis you guys have got there, so I have a bit of an idea who is back in the room. But I know X and Carl are both back. I think there's supposed to be a sandworm. The robotic sandworm. And V's back in the room. So who is number 4 then? D, or is it D or C? We're doing so well. Oh, right. That's what I was doing, was checking on the Saber Elves. I'm gonna check with Saber Elves. Oh, no, that's no problem. See, well, so I just want, well, so at least all four of you guys who are in the room are back. Dylan was in, but I think you've gone somewhere else. We've got another TTV viewer in with us. So whether they're still in the room, I don't know. If so, welcome to the channel. And tonight we're playing Mega Man 03 on HD. Let's start adding some satellites in to give me a bit of a helping hand. That'll give us a bit of a helping hand. Yeah, that was a bit of a technical hitch with the power going out temporarily up here. But everything's back up to normal. Everything's back up, so that's one good thing. Check some other feeds coming in. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Monster Hunter. Thank you, X. Yeah. So well, these sort of technical issues can actually happen. Happen when you're actually teaching. It's all really down to how well you handle it. I don't remember that mechanic before on this level. That I remember. And these annoying things. Ow. Got him. As my good old friend Rick would actually say. Also, we're gonna wreck it, son. And that's what we've done. So with some of this media I've added to it, what other types of media would you guys like to see on the channel? What's I got a bit of Rick and Morty there. I actually got something from Mega Man on here. I did actually have 1.0. I just gotta see if I got a video editor from Adobe there rather than using the one I picked up today. Because the Adobe one I've got there is fully licensed. So also because I've seen things like SpongeBob, having SpongeBob run across your screen. So if there's any particular like media that you love to see up on there, please just let me know. It's the same if anybody's watching on my YouTube channel. Or so if there's any particular type of media you'd like to see, you would actually like to see on the channel. It could be something from SpongeBob, something from Disney. Please don't be afraid. Don't just leave a message in the comments. Some of these locations, again, should be quite familiar for Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. Because this was the forest from Mega Man 2, Mega Man 02. Without the giant pitfalls. I used to do my head in. This one used to really do my head in. Okay. Ain't gonna be getting that tank. Have we fought this guy before? Think so. Yeah. Yeah, talk about having monkeys on your back. Monkey? Should get. Should put that. Put that as a bit of a sound effect on you. Monkey? Be funny, wouldn't it? Hmm. Mr. Bifrost. Seen the first or the second one? I think it was from the second one. It's like having the bats chase you everywhere on Terraria with these piranhas. Even when you're underwater, they won't leave you alone. I've been up to much, do they say? Because Carl and X haven't done anything at all. They have been babysitting and decorating. Dylan did leave the channel. That's me being trying to be a bit crafty, but then run back to pick up that extra health regeneration and failing miserably. I gotta at least walk through the door to get myself back into the normal space. There was an interesting mechanic introduced by that side of space, but I don't really see it did anything as such in terms of the game, in terms of your abilities. I think it was a bit of a wasted mechanic because it's only in number 3 it appears. You don't see it in any of the other Mega Man games. No, he's from Mega Man 1. I remember him now. And now he's blown. He's blown away. Let's fight X again. Another round with X. Now we've already beaten X once already, and now we gotta fight him again. It's a bit of a waste, really, of a character. Well, copy X, I should say. Because he hasn't got the fighting skills or abilities of the original X. It's pointless him even being there. And good evening to whoever else have joined me tonight. Welcome to the channel. I'm Vex and Primus, and tonight we've had a bit of a we did have a bit of a technical hiccup earlier, where we lost power, so we did lose the stream part of the way through. That was 21 minutes ago. So we are more or less coming through to the end of the current video, well, current gameplay. We're going to take on X now, then go into the back end of the game. So don't be afraid to say hello, don't be afraid to say hi, and welcome to the stream. Jeez. There you go, yeah. Yeah, I like how the emergency banners are actually telling everybody that it's an emergency, we're here. And we also got an emergency symbol for Omega on there as well. It's almost a full version of the Greek symbol for Omega. And again we got a reversion of the new Arcadia theme on here as well. And of course you do need to use a little bit of skill to avoid actually getting crushed by those platforms. As you can see, I'm not exactly being. If it was a stealth mission, I would have been killed a long time ago. Evening P, that's all right. You did miss some of the fun, as we did lose power, so we had a bit of a power cut about 24 minutes ago. Well, I've been adding a few odds and ends to the channel today. So I've been adding some media to the channel. Well, there you go. Let me get. As you can see, we've now got in the top left-hand corner of the screen. I got a banner that's actually telling us what's playing, what game we're currently playing. So I had to play about that earlier today, and then we've also got a few other things that they've added to it as well. So some of the media have been adding to it. Anything good for? Do you have anything? Point of them. So what was for tea tonight? I won't leave that one on too long because he can get a little bit annoying. Oh, Chinese night. Oh, what do you have? Watch it. What do you have from the Chinese? Because we seem to have ours on a Sunday. Sunday, seem to do takeaway night on Saturday here with us. How close? Beef mushrooms, crispy chicken. That's just nice. Yeah, also people. I have because me and all three of us have something different. Yeah, well, so my father's something different to me, and to my mama's usually has something in a tray. I've seemed to go with roast pork fried rice, salt and pepper. Lately, been having salt and pepper chips, and then also then some sort of different type of sauce to go with it. I do quite like the beef and beef and mushroom in a black bean sauce. I did actually have crispy chicken in barbecue the other day. That was actually quite nice. That. If I move the Thursday show over to your house, I can then join you for the Chinese. I get it. I'm only joking. I can't actually. I can't actually eat the full tray of it when I have it. Also, because the rice and the sauce, which I can keep for that comes in handy for another meal part of the day in the week. But what do they call it? But also with the most of the chips, I will eat all on the night, or I can only have about half of them. And again, because they're quite spicy, I'm the only one who can actually seem to tolerate that. There's chicken strips and sweet stuff. Again, I used to have these. Used to have the chicken balls, but I much prefer it in the curry sauce, rather than actually having it in the chickens than in the sweet and sour sauce. Sweet and sour sauce is nice on its own. But also, or just add, or if you got the chicken balls left over, and just have the sauce as an additional another night. Well, so I actually warmed up the sweet and sour sauce before, and it is even on like a minute in the microwave. It's really hot. Not spicy hot, but temperature-wise, it's hot. But yeah, so when it comes down from the Chinese, I try to have a mix of things. So again, sometimes on the Friday night. When we've got a game on, also I couldn't for a couple of weeks I've actually ended up munching on something from the kebab shop. Also usually a tray of chips, cheeseburger, or a what type burger is it? That's when I used to live over the valley. But so there was a kebab shop we had over there. Used to do a Sammy Slammer. It's it's a similar sort of burger we get from the Flames here. It's an ordinary burger, but then you put a kebab meat on the top of it. But over there, the Sammy Slammer used to be a half pounder with cheese, topped with kebab meat. Also, and they fill in. But also I just wish the Flames over here would put cheese in it. Probably if I asked them they would, but they probably find people love it a little bit more because that cheese has a little bit of extra moisture to it, rather than just being a meat burger, because that's all what it is. 2 burgers and nothing and kebab meat on top of it. Wouldn't be so bad if it was kebab meat and chicken meat as well. Oh, I could eat that right now. Because I had food earlier about half 5, and I don't know what it is at the moment, but I just can't. Past couple of days, I haven't really been. I don't seem to have I've got my appetite as I normally do. I just seem to have my food, but I just seem to struggle to want to eat it. I don't know what it could be, Monster Hunter. But I think we've got somebody else which has joined us tonight. So welcome. Check that back on. Well, P and C. What have you P been up to today then? And again, anyone else which has joined us tonight? You've been also sort of been the same. I guess next where you've just been like struggling, or just not wanting to eat, or you eat but not really much. That's it. That's alright. Yeah. Well, again, apart from playing about with getting media, trying out adding media to the channel. The only other things I've been up with today is installing the light for the good. Well, the poison box coming along, which is great. That's good. Some vids, well, sorting some stuff from that. But yeah, transferring files is. It's surprising how much data we gather these days. And then we fit, well, like myself, I try and organise. You look at my desktop on my other laptop, on my college laptop, and the desktop's full of files, and I keep clearing it and condensing it down all the time. Nice to see you, Bryn. The stream's been okay. We did have a bit of technical hiccup earlier. We lost. I lost power. I had a power cut here for about 5-10 minutes. That was 35 minutes ago. Was when we get back into the stream. Yeah, it seems to be good. It seems to be going all right over here. But I'm up to now seven viewers in the room. And I've been having to play about with the channel as well, the stream. I've added some media to it. Also, again, which will play when I want it to play. That's good. I just really would like to add. Well, any other ideas for other sort of media like you guys would like to see on the channel? I had a backlight delivered today, which I've installed. Again, you can see it reflected in my glasses every now and then. And also, and again, I'm not actually, you can tell, I'm not wearing my headphones tonight with my mic, because I'm actually went off and bought myself a separate mic and a mic stand, and fitted that, and I also play about with that to see which ones would sounded better. So I've been having a mix, having a bit of a mix and a play about with everything else. I have got a green screen coming through next week. So again, the angle will probably be changing slightly as I'll be having a bit of a play about with that. Because I've tried another type of green screen before and which didn't work. So hopefully that will actually work out a lot better. So yeah, so it's been all good really. Having a mess with and see what I can get going and so on. Yeah, Pete. When I tried out because I did a recording session with both this mic I'm using and my headphones to see which ones worked out better, and this even though this one is a little bit more quiet, it's a little bit quieter. I'm not actually up close. Yeah, because I also unlocked the they've been with me since the start of the channel. And we unlocked the community VIP on Sunday. So we now I'm on path for affiliate up to 1.9 average viewership. So hopefully a bit of push it after tonight's streaming, push that up a little bit more. What's it? Yeah, thank you. If you notice as well, see. So you've also got it as well, which is what that diamond symbol represents. Also, because you've been watching the channel since I started. So it's a nice thank you for your support. Notice that also with what pops up on the screen. Thank you. It's nice to hear that. Also, because again, I've watched back some of my videos, but it's trying to find what I'm looking at now is trying to find some more critique to how I can improve on things, what I can do to keep pushing the channel forward. Also, because again, I've set up we've got a Twitter and Instagram account, which so again advertise showing that I'm streaming. Also, as I did tonight, which I saw on Facebook, went to Instagram, Twitter, and even to some of the Discords I'm on, a custom image taken from one of the clips from the Mega Man, from where I clipped Mega Man 3 previously, and just did some tweaking with it just to help try and push and promote tonight's channel, which seems to be getting the word out a little bit more. I just need to start see about joining a couple of other Discords. So some of the tips and information I've been watching streamer videos and all that, which are guys out there which are providing that, and a lot of them do keep saying about setting up a Discord. Now again, that's something I've not done before, so that would be my next step. Really, would be to do it. What have I got on there? I need electricity. Yeah, it does. set a lot of things up and like build viewerships and all that. It does, and well again, considering I've only been streaming for 3 weeks, when I spoke to somebody, spoke to somebody on the with the Twitch streaming help, and like I was saying to him, I've only been streaming for about 2 weeks, and also I don't know, at one point I had about 10 within the channel, and again he was quite impressed with that, especially for only being active for 2 weeks. I think it also helps having a bit of a determination to want to improve, want to add, and keep upgrading the channel, upgrading what's going on and all that. Missing one button. Yeah, I sent my character details up to it was earlier, including my my custom token for him. Well, so I've just decided to go with the name 33. Still keep the designation. The model number, the model information I was on about with off the Final Fantasy stream the other day, Final Fantasy 7 stream, but just adding then into it the what they call it. Just adding into it. I completely lost my train of thought now. I have. I've been surprised how well they've actually taken off. Well, so but it depends really on doing some research. Does actually help a lot when it comes to setting up a channel to make it even starting out streaming out to make it look more professional. I wouldn't say it's the hardest thing I've actually had to look at trying to do with the channel, but it's like learning how to use OBS Studio, how to set the overlays, get them to sit right, adding into that then once you get the overlays in place, adding then the alerts, sound effects, adding the additional bots to it. Thank God for videos on YouTube. And it's great there are channels out there like Stream Scheme that are willing to provide help and support to help new streamers develop their channel and give tips and advice. There's also then taking the feedback of you guys. Because as I did with one of the streams, where the video capture was a lot louder than the mic. So again, it's finding out these things, because again, I can't hear any of this until I do a playback with the recording. Because if I actually stream if I'm watching what I'm streaming on the other laptop, it then creates a false viewership on the channel. But I can't actually listen to it because it's a time delay with it. And on top of that, it's a time delay with it, and I'm also having then an echo, really, because I'm having both my TV playing and that's coming through on top of it, capturing what's coming off the laptop. But yeah, YouTube's a brilliant place for information. Just be careful when you're looking at some information on there. For example, my second year teachers training, I had one learner on there looking out to do stuff in Visual Basic, and the video that he was looking at, yeah, would actually help him to produce what he wanted to produce, but the video capture didn't show all the details he needed to help develop the program that needed to be produced. So when it came to him to actually try and get it working, it just wasn't working at all, and he just couldn't understand why. But yeah, it's coming on. I found it useful for learning a lot of the mathematical stuff I got to look at. That's alright. But yeah, the mathematical stuff I've had to look at for the university course. If it were again, well, the Maths is Fun website have been a godsend, right? But they've also been useful on there for a couple of videos and especially doing number conversions. Again, I guess Sanya might find that useful, having a look on there when it starts looking at doing number conversions from denary to binary to hex, and denary straight to hex, and converting backwards. The binary part's not too bad. It's the hexadecimal which can cause a little bit of an headache. Luckily, I'm going to do the octal. But if he isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing, well, so let me know, and I'll actually have him then try and learn the octal as well. Just really as a bit of a punishment, really, for him. I'm only joking. I haven't put that one on there. Fireworks. Yeah, when he was struggling with database. If he hadn't actually said to one of the other supports, and they hadn't passed the message on, again, I wouldn't have known, even though I've actually said, and I said the same to all of them in the group. If you're struggling on anything, any unit, the assignment for that unit, well, so don't be afraid to speak to the person delivering it, and again, speak to me. The technical stuff I can actually help with. Some of the non-technical units I've never delivered before, but again, I can pass that information on, and I can also find out or interpret what needs to be done based on the assignment work. But it does seem to be a bit of a generational thing where they won't ask for the help, even though you're there offering it to them. They won't ask for it until it's too late, or they leave it and get snowed under, and then when the work needs to be in, or they're weeks behind, they just then start panicking. But as I've said to them, the sooner we know, the better. That's what we're there for, is to help. Again, I've been there. Well, you've been there. I've been there. Again, many of them seem to forget that I was once a learner, and some of the stuff some of them try to pull. I remember when I started doing my teacher training, and a couple in the class trying to play emulator games. And as I said to him, that was the same stuff I used to do back in the day. But even then, we can install PC games. We used to install some network games, and Warcraft 2 is one of them we used to play as a network game. Quake and Doom back in the day. What's the way they can't do that now? And even using emulators such as SNES, and even the Game Boy ones, we used to do exactly the same. It's probably not many tricks that they can try and pull that I don't know about, or I haven't done myself back in the day. But yeah, well, he seems to be. Well, I've actually got an external hard drive which have got all of the old games, my ROMs and all that on. I think that's gone. I think that's gone now. But I used to have a few of them actually on old burnt CDs here. And again, I've told a few of them stories back in the day, back in the war, when like today we've got flash drives which are brilliant, and the cloud services. Back when I was a learner, I used to have my rucksack would be full of floppy disks, and if I wanted to take a big file home, I'd have to use Lancet. You have to use WinZip, and WinZip across half a dozen disks. Which again, they don't have to worry about that anymore. Welcome back, see. Well, I was saying earlier in the stream about that was I could watch a group of the generation. Been playing games for years. Going back to the days of the SNES, of the Spectrum and Atari. Spectrum and Amstrad and Commodore, where like today games are instantly loaded in, but back then if you want to play a game, you'd have to wait for the entire length of the cassette to play to install all the game data. You could be 5 minutes to an hour, depending on the size of the game, and half the time the games would just crash out. I did actually find a website the other day. Can you remember the Oliver twins? Get back here! Nope. Dizzy, Treasure Island Dizzy, Fantasyland Dizzy. Any of those type of games ring a bell? Super Robin Hood. because I picked up a Evercade the other week. It was because they've actually released a lot of the old classic games going back to the original Atari and all that on an handheld console that you can plug into your TV, and then the console becomes a controller playing on the TV. And those games were games that are actually, but the Oliver Twins have actually released a collection. It's their SNES, it's their NES, the ones they brought out for the NES. There goes the can of compressed air. Knock that light down a little bit. So the Oliver Twins games they released were Fantasyland Dizzy, Wonderland, Panic Dizzy, Quick Snack. They actually got out on for the Evercade, where you can actually play a lot of those games. I actually found the Oliver Twins website, the York Folk, for their website, the Oliver Twins, where you can actually play the games online using the emulators they've actually run on their website. So you got your Spectrum on there, your Commodore, even some that run in DOS. Sorry for that one. Double jump. Well, if you ever Google the York Folk, back in the end of the 80s, 90s, Dizzy was actually quite a big character produced by the Oliver Twins. They started out program games on the BBC computer. They went to work for Codemasters, which then produced a lot, which was then used to produce a lot of the games back in the day. And Dizzy was quite a big success. It's a platform puzzle game. To progress anyway, you need to find items to be able to progress throughout the level, but you can only carry a certain number at any one time. So you got to pick up some items, leave them in one place. Prime example: the opening on some of the levels, like Fantasyland Dizzy or Fantastic Dizzy. You're locked in a room, and to get out, you find a bucket, matches, and some straw. So you've got to use them in a combination just to be able to open the room. Even though you keep the bucket at the end of it, and you've got no use for it. I think the first one I ever played was Treasure Island Dizzy on the Atari ST, and the cheat code you could type in was I can fly, and then you just kept pressing the space button so you could actually float up and down the screen. The opening level on it was an escape room, which then progressed into a bigger story, where you might find items over on the one end of the screen that's needed someplace else. So you spend time having to run back and forth. So you had to remember what items were needed for where. And of course, the Oliver Twins would like to chuck in a couple of non-useful items into the game, just for fun. One of the ones I quite enjoyed playing was a game called Fast Food, which you can actually play for the Switch using the KZE add-on for the Switch. Is a program which you can actually produce your own games. It's a game element development platform which you can use on there. Oh, lemons! I remember lemons. Oh, those little creatures. Oh, they funny, but some of them puzzles were just annoying. I can't remember whether the first ever game I actually played, to be honest. Because I've played, apart from playing apart from owning any of the Xbox series, I've never actually touched them. Because I've used almost the gaming PCs and the home entertainment systems back in the day, and gaming consoles. I've owned and used. Because I even actually owned and played on the Sega Saturn when it was released. Our choices were between a PlayStation and a Sega Saturn at the time, and me and my brother chose the Sega Saturn. And yeah, everyone else was playing Dreamcast and no, this was before Dreamcast. Everyone else was playing on the Xbox, was playing on PlayStation. My cousins were the same, and we were still playing on Sega Saturn, because again we continue with the Sonic collection, adding to that, especially when they did the Colosseum remake on it. There was a space fighter game that was on there which I really enjoyed. And I actually discovered one of the cheats on there. Because you could put some cheats into it, and by accident I actually discovered one that give me access to delete it. Did a bit of a level skip, but give you access to deleted scenes. Yeah, because that was the first time I played Sonic R, which you can't seem to get old. I can't seem to find that anywhere. Forget about Sonic Racer. Also, Sonic R, where Sonic R was a good racing game where you played the main Sonic cast, but you can also find all the emeralds in each track, and actually then get a chance to race against the special a robotic version of Sonic, Knuckles, and even Tails. Mecha Tails was a teddy bear. Sonic from Sonic CD was on there. Mecha Sonic was on there. Mecha Knuckles had a bit more of a bit far better improvement with a full dreadlock version to him. Right, Wile, Omega, Dark Earth, and Alpha Wars. So let's find Wile. Wile's on that side. Omega is on that side. Monster Maze. I can't recall that one actually. Monster Maze on the ZX81. Again, compare to most games that have come out that are out today and released today. The games back then were challenging. They were a lot more challenging than what we've got today, because you didn't have that luxury of a save before the end fight. So if you died if you lost all your lives at the end fight or the end level, you'd have to start again with it. Which is like, it's quite annoying, but at the same time, that was the way the games were designed. They were designed to test you and challenge you. Today, games are being pumped out a dime a dozen now. Yeah, there's big money in it, And again, career-wise, if you've got two paths really with game development: game design and game developer. So again, having if you're going into the industry, both pathways are brilliant. And Britain is crying out for game developers. We are struggling for game developers. We haven't got enough of them. Go back to the computer room and find out what I'm looking for. Yeah, a good program to watch if when it comes about the history of gaming to have a look on is on Netflix. I think it's called Coin Up. Right, it's 2 doors over from the bottom one. 2 doors over from the top one. Which actually do give a lot of information and background on how games have evolved from the introduction to Pong to what we've currently got now. There you go. Well, it's like, well, they're quite interested one very interesting fact. Minecraft. Everybody likes playing Minecraft, but the actual game Minecraft, where what's his face? We the creator of Minecraft had a massive success with it. In actual fact, he actually ripped it off somebody else which had produced the game years before but never got it patented. So if that chap had got his version of it patented, he would have been making millions out of it because how successful Minecraft had been. But what's also quite interesting with a lot of games that are produced today is how many of them are actually clones and reboots of earlier games. We do see this quite a lot with mobile gaming. Look how many mobile games out there exactly the same to each other. Time for the boss. Gotcha. So, well, we I was saying, well, like I said earlier, that the Mega Man games all have the same sort of format. So again, this one was supposed to be in the last game in the Mega Man Zero series. So they actually poured a lot more into the actual gameplay. That's why they got more bosses to fight than normal. Because this was supposed to be the final game, but the public loved this so much that they made Mega Man Zero 4, which then did bring the series to an end. Which is a shame because they could have probably kept this series going for quite a while, because again everybody loves Zero. Compared to X, he's a lot more difference between being able to run through a platform and shoot everything to actually run through a platform and hack and slash your way through them. I think everyone much prefer the hack and slash. Well, plug it in for a slightly different type of, for another platformer type of game. It's somewhat different rather than the typical hack and slash platform. It's from an indie company. Out there is the game Shovel Knight, and again I've played that one and completed that one. That's actually quite a good game. Out of the four, the released, well, the original game and the the expansions of the DLCs essentially with it. The prequel Spectre Torment is I actually quite enjoy playing, where you get to play Spectre Knight rather than Shovel Knight. So if you guys never heard of it, rather than using a sword, for example, they designed it where they wanted the main character to actually use a shovel rather than the typical knight that uses a sword. And all the other knights on there have got a little bit of a different sort of setup. Like for example, Propeller Knight uses a rapier, but also makes use of his propeller on his head to be able to propel himself around the place. There are only 2 shovel wielding knights in the game. There is also a shield knight on there as well. And I got a bit of kill wreck this one where I currently am.
Get riggedy wrecked, son!
I lost that. Get off my platform. Well, I did actually have a watch. I did watch this morning the original Star Wars. What's that bit of it? I'll burp myself. The original Star Wars Clone Wars animated mini-series that was originally shown on Cartoon Network back after the release of Revenge Attack of the Clones. Now I remember picking up Volume 1 on DVD when it was not long after it came out, but I never actually recalled watching all of it. So that was a bit of a strange thing I did today. Well, I did this morning. Oh, this guy. Come on, die, you little monkey. Well, doggy, I should say. Well, that's one. Now, I remember watching the original Star Trek back when I was younger, but I much preferred watching Next Generation. Now, again, I got to finish watching through Next Gen. I cleared my way through Discovery. I enjoyed Voyager. Watched most of DS9, but not all of it. Again, it's on my to-do list. But also, but I don't know what it is about what's with the original, with myself. Well, so yeah, there are characters in the original I could quite like. I just I just not I just don't seem to have the motivation to try and watch the original. Let me go see the doc. Oh, he's not there. I'd probably sit down and watch the original at some point. No, it's like watching Doctor Who. Because again, I used to watch the original Doctor Who on repeat when it was on what Gold was called. What the TV channel Gold was originally called. Was it back down my grandparents every Sunday. I think that's why I've never really gotten into the new Doctor Who, because of it. Because again, when you're watching or you're being forced to watch something, you don't seem to actually recall it. Not recall it. So have that much like interest as when you get a bit older with it. Yeah, every Sunday, and it wouldn't just be one episode of Doctor Who; it'd be back to back of it. But yeah, it was going back to the original Star Trek. Yeah, it is. Again, it was a bit iffy back then, and again the thing with it is what the budget they had at the time what's the like, look at the TV series today. They've got more budgets to do CGI, so they can do a lot more back when they did then. But now, yeah, it was. So, 3 hours a doc. Yeah, I remember that. And the child, I think, trying to sit through 3 hours of it, or waiting for Sunday dinner to be cooked. And what's up? And you weren't having traditional. You weren't having like your traditional chicken or beef or pork for Sunday dinner. You'd be having, well, you're having a beef, but you're having beef heart, ox tongue. What's all the well, you mention any things like that certainly these days, and also people look at you and say, "Ugh, really? You're eating that?" I go, "Well, yeah." And that must say I've tried ox tongue, I've tried beef heart. There's no wrong with that. The only thing I'm not really fussed on is liver, and that's because I know what the liver is used for in the body. And that's it, that's one of the things. Well, I wasn't really overly fussed on it when I was a kid. Also, liver and onions. My parents love it. I myself, I wasn't really fussed. Considering I'll eat almost anything. I don't mind kidney. Also, but if I had a choice between a steak and kidney pie or a steak pie, I'll go or mince beef pie. It'll be actually I'll go with the mince beef pie. But no, I've always, again I'll try it. I'll try anything, and I will. So I've had. Well, now my parents can't understand where I got my love, where I got my thing for eating fish, because they'll eat cod and all that, but I'll eat plaice, scallops. I might actually defrost a couple of scallops and cook them on the weekend. I'll eat scallops. Wouldn't mind trying shark and swordfish. I've not actually tried them. Oysters. Trout wasn't too bad, and bass. I actually bought a trout from Morrison's few years ago, and normally they get it, and this one wasn't. So I actually had to learn how to get a fish that I've never done before. I haven't actually tried octopus yet. I do want to try it. It's just trying to find where I can get it from that's not over expensive, because for Christmas I bought myself a lobster. I was lucky a couple of years ago at Morrison's. When they were the fish counter, they had lobster tail there that was reduced and scallops. So I had a nice seafood platter. One evening, quite cheap. But lobster's quite expensive. I bought one at Christmas time. And once you can crack it, it's not too bad. How did you find her? What about Agus? There was 6 and then back in school. My teacher Derry, he brought it in. He didn't tell us what it was. He brought it in, nice big Argus. I went. Argus is quite nice. It tastes like it's a very rich faggot. So if you like faggots, it's a very rich faggot. It's the same material as faggots, but it's got oats in with it as well. Now, Derry brought it in and said the cooks told us it's elephant dung. It's elephant shit. And he's got the cooks cook it up, and we all in the class go try it. Only me and my mate Hooper were the only ones that went to try it. We were out of everyone there, everyone in our class and our year, we only us paid tried it. And then what's the day he told us what it was afterwards. And again, since you mentioned haggis, because people know I was cooked, they instantly think, oh, my parents were the same until they went to Scotland, and they actually like haggis. What's haggis and tatties? I'll go off and buy a haggis a couple of times a year, easily. I've never actually tried. I've not actually tried a white haggis yet. What was that white blackbird in? One or the other. But yeah, your octopus is quite chewy. I tried them squid rings, but I found them to be quite. I only tried one. I found them to be quite inky and quite salty. But also I don't think they were cooked right. Or it could have been I weren't expecting that type of texture. Which then, of course, when you're not expecting that type of texture and you then feel it, because your tongue feels it, it feels really weird. Oh, that's a KV. Just mess me apologise. They say that she had to leave. Yeah, this particular level is just you more. Just a lot of it is like blind faith that you actually get through it properly. As you can see, I'm taking a lot of damage because I'm just like trying to speed run it. He's a nasty man, Dr. Violers. Armor these two again. Let's slash our way through these two. They definitely do remind me of the two from the two wizards from. I gotta find out their names. Okay, where we got? Where we going now? Now, I said at the beginning of the stream to remember the factory, to remember the laboratory we found Zero in the first Mega Man Zero game. This is where now everything gets tied back to the original Mega Man Zero game. The fact, because you actually, the way we're going to be going now is the location where we found the original Zero. As they've just been selling it, it's the abandoned factory, that, or laboratory. Files laboratory is next to where we found you originally in the abandoned laboratory. So it kind of like ties the games back together. Again they do some similar thing to this within films, where the third film in the series has a big tie connection back to the first film, and they've done exactly the same thing by here. But there is a twist coming up, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Well, you'll see it when it happens. Four, 2, 4. Again, we got to refight all the bosses again. Actually, it's supposed to be electricity against this guy. Sounds like you're saying who's the man? Or Superman? Oh. Yeah, Superman. Yeah. How can electricity be the opposite? Could be the opposite to fire. I don't get that myself. How can electricity be the trump to fire? Well, fire is the trump to ice, and ice is the trump to electricity. Doesn't make sense. It's Batman. Don't mention off whatever you do. I saw a meme with that the other day. There was some, I think they were linking it into some. I think they were taking the mick out of Steppenwolf, and they did the Martha. Steppenwolf's mother's name's Martha. I found that to be a stupid thing that happened in Batman versus Batman versus Superman with that old Martha thing. It just felt like it felt a bit like lazy writing, or we just chuck that in just because we don't know how to keep the story moving forward. It's 4 bosses down. I have 8, I think, to go. Sounds like one of the cats that goes in trouble. Yeah. Definitely sounds like one of them are causing trouble. Taking down. What's my setup on you? Electric? No. Nice. Oh, where you coming in there? Fire. Trying to remember the combinations needed to take down some of these bosses to be able to do double the damage to them. I used to think we were quite well on you, or was it not lightning? Yeah. Ow! She's burning me. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting if that, you know, that girl is on fire. I wonder if I can actually find that call on YouTube. Or the voice of the trailer. Have you ever watched that on YouTube? The honest trailers and honest game trailers and all that. Which also the chat, which are the voice in that. He some of the things he comes up with are quite fun, are really funny. Because he's got one of those TV advert presenter type guys, especially for movies. So you can actually, if you watch any of the clips, or when he does the honest trailers, you can then actually ask him, leave comments, and he actually then speaks some of them out. I've seen him take the mick out of quite a few of the popular games out there. Shocker. Vile is a human. He's been around for 1,000 years because of the things he did during the Elf Wars. He corrupted Mother Elf to actually further his plan, while supporting the use of it, corrupted it to further extend the Maverick Wars. And down goes Zero. Sorry, down goes Omega. Let's blow him up. And typical of a Capcom game, of a Mega Man game, we got the boss and it powers up into a much more powerful form. What's quite interesting, the fact is, if you look on his head, on his shoulders, you've actually got both X and Zero for his shoulders. paying homage to the Elf Wars. The fact that Omega fought in the Elf Wars. To recover some health. And that's the end of that. Recognize this place? This is where we started on Mega Man Zero. Back at the very, very beginning, which actually brings this together and ties it in very nicely together. He's a fake? Spoiler alert. We're gonna have a big spoiler coming up now. We have. Turns out the character you've been playing, Mega Man Zero, is a copy of Zero's original body. During the Elf Wars, Dr. Vile took Zero's body. Zero, at the end, before the Elf Wars started, found out that he was the cause of the Maverick virus. He was the reason why Sigma went the way he did, and so put himself into stasis so he could be studied. They created Mother Elf to be able to combat it based on Zero's information. Dr. Vile, however, had other plans and swapped out Zero's body and just took it. Put Zero into a replica body. Well, they put Zero into a replica body, and he took Zero's body and created Omega. Omega is the original Mega Man Zero body. It's not the original Zero that you see in the X series, because he's a lot more bulkier, but this is a much more streamlined version. And looks remarkably like the Zero we play. Got all the abilities, the fighting styles. This is what Zero was originally designed for. If it weren't for the fact that his mind got reset when Sigma found him, this is exactly what Zero should have been like from the very, very beginning. Zero's mind is, even though it's in a replica body, he's got the original mind of Zero. Thinks like him, reacts like him, everything. While his true body is being used by another creation, Omega, to perform the destructive abilities. I love that phrase. I am the Messiah. Music track used in this is called Cannonball. And it's quite fitting that this should be the end music for this game. Well, this should be the end fight. That was lucky. Very, very lucky. Now, I did find a video on YouTube where they actually recreated this. They're actually using this, all these elements. They actually recreated this fight between them. There's actually a very, very, very good animation created for it. I'm actually gonna put the link in, or I might put the link to it on my YouTube channel. Attached to this video. Because it actually links in the complete Zero story. Because what's great as well is they've actually used the original Zero body in with it as well. Because every time Omega steps into the light, or Omega Zero as he's properly called, steps into a light beam, you actually see the original Zero body, not the Mega Man Zero body we're used to seeing. Yep, as I said, it's been about 1,000 years since the Elf Wars came to a pause. Zero's been asleep for 1,000 years. It's taken 1,000 years for this entire arc to come to an end. Kind of wish I had that clip. Put in place, ready ready to be played with as a bit of an overlay. Just that ending part to it. Goodbye, Axe. And so concludes the Elf War saga. The Dark Elf has been released back to becoming the Mother Elf. Zero has finally defeated Omega and freed the world from the Elf Wars. As I said originally, this was originally planned to be the final game in the Mega Man Zero series. That's why it's one of the longest games there. But then, of course, due to public demand, they then released Mega Man 04, which wraps the entire Zero saga up. I wouldn't really say it in a nice bow, but it does wrap it up, to say the least. And also, now put in about 35, put about there. So that's good. That wraps up tonight's session. Also, thank you for joining me for tonight. Leave the credits played down out in the bottom, because there's normally some sort of hidden scene hidden at the end of it. But yeah, that's it. That is the end of Mega Man 03. We've almost come to the end of our journey with Mega Man 0. Next Thursday, we'll be doing Mega Man 04, which I've got one of the I got quite a few levels I quite enjoy playing in Mega Man 04, and again, it got some really good music soundtracks into it. Esperanto is one of my favourite tracks. Thank you, Pete. Yep, yeah, Esperanto I actually quite like that appears in Mega Man 04. And at the end of next week, we will then completely reach the end of the Zero saga, where we will have played Mega Man 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 across 3 weeks. No problem. I'll speak to you next stream. Thank you, C. It's been a pleasure. Pleasure seeing you. I'll see you next stream. But with the next stream, Sunday stream is the random sessions. Like I did say, I'll be looking at playing one of them will be playing Lego Hobbit. I might actually pull in either a different random game, or we were looking at playing one we've looked at previously. But I've already had a little go at the Lego Hobbit, and it actually is quite a decent game. So we look forward to showing you that on Sunday. Well, thank you all. Have a good evening. I'm going to stick around to the end of the credits to see if we got a bonus scene at the end of it. And I shall see you all next stream. Take care and see you later. Bye. Yeah, thank you for playing. Thank you, Monster Hunter. I don't think there is a hidden scene on you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, C. Nope, there is a hidden scene. Well, cheers, thank you guys, and I shall see you next stream. See ya. Ta-ya.